All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, during the 2020 NFL season, the Miami Dolphins made tremendous strides. After going 5-11 in 2019, they went 10-6 this year. But unfortunately for the Dolphins, they're going to fall short of making the playoffs. Miami's 56-26 loss today at the hands of the Buffalo Bills put them on the outside looking in of the playoff picture in the AFC as Baltimore won, Cleveland won, Tennessee won, and Indianapolis won. All of those teams are 11-5, and unfortunately for the Dolphins, they're 10-6, but they're going to be sitting at home. You look back on it for Miami. The slow start hurt them. They began the season with a record of 1-3 before they got things going. And then on top of that, they've got to find a way now to beat the Buffalo Bills. Because Buffalo, now that Tom Brady is no longer with the New England Patriots, Buffalo has become the team to beat in the AFC East. Buffalo swept Miami this season. And we saw the contest today. It was not even close. Buffalo, offensively, they just made Miami's defense look like it was a bunch of Swiss cheese out there. It was a situation where, Buffalo, Josh Allen did whatever he wanted, and then Josh Allen went out of the game and made way for veteran backup Matt Barkley. And Matt Barkley hadn't looked that good throwing the football since he was at USC. So that gives you an idea of how this Dolphins defense looked today. I still think the future is very bright and positive for Miami. They have their franchise quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa going forward. I was not a fan of how Dolphins head coach Brian Flores used Tua at times this season. I mean, you started the season with Ryan Fitzpatrick, which was to be expected, and then subsequently you did make way for Tua to be the starting quarterback. I was not a fan of Flores pulling Tua consistently in the second half of games in favor of Ryan Fitzpatrick. If he's your guy, let him. You need to put the confidence in him, and he cannot look over his shoulder to see if he's going to get pulled in a game or not. Either you lose with Tua or you win with Tua. So I think going forward, that is something that has to change because you got to build up the confidence in this kid, and now he's going to have a full year under him. He's got to go out there and improve, definitely, make better reads, things of that nature. But he is going to be their guy going forward. The Dolphins do have an immense amount of draft picks. They have the Houston Texans' first two picks in the upcoming 2021 draft. The Texans are definitely going to be picking high. They only went 4-12 this season. So if you're Miami, you're really sitting pretty because you could turn that into more picks if a team is willing to trade up to try to make a play at one of these quarterbacks that's going to be going early. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Dolphins play that out. It was a bitter end to a good season for Miami, but they've got to find a way to use this as a building block, build off of this, and become consistent contenders. That is a big step. I mean, teams always talk about, it's tough to make that step from like being a 6 or 7 win team to a 10-win team. And typically, if you're a 10-win team, you're headed to the postseason. Miami made big strides this season. It was not good enough. Hopefully, for their sake, they can build off of that. And more importantly, they can look back and say, you know what, we need to have a stronger start to the season in 2021 to make those strides to get to the postseason. And they've also got to find a way now to catch Buffalo. Buffalo is in that catbird seat in the AFC. You still can't overlook New England long term. I definitely think they're going to bounce back. But Buffalo is the team to beat right now in the AFC. So that's what the Dolphins have to do heading into the offseason. They definitely have their work cut out for them. And let's see if the Finns can keep trending upward and potentially get to the postseason in 2021. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to thank all of the subscribers out there. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.